What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. Today we're focusing on the Vancouver Canucks losing Erik Gudbranson indefinitely due to a wrist injury, something that the already bad Canucks really didn't want to deal with. But you look at what Gudbranson's brought to them. He's brought a kind of physical, tenacious attitude to their blue line that they kind of been lacking otherwise. And as much as the Canucks have been struggling, I think that they've kind of appreciated that, and what he brought to the table in Florida is missing, with the Panthers, and it's kind of I was never a Gudbranson guy. Not that I wasn't a Gudbranson guy, but I don't think he should have been the third pick in the draft. I don't think he should have been in the NHL at 19. I don't think his skill set warranted either one of those. But Florida's a worse team without him on defense. Now, is the reason the Florida Panthers are struggling because Erik Gudbranson's gone? No, not entirely. But it was moves like that that deviated them, away from what got them to this point of being a good team for the first time in 20 years that have hurt them. And again, I think Vancouver, as bad as the Canucks are and have been, I think that they can use that type of physicality and that kind of change of pace on defense. So, we'll see what happens, but, definitely a tough loss for the Canucks, but, Vancouver's, they're sliding down that slippery slope. It's objective Nolan Patrick pretty much for the Canucks. I think that's the best case scenario for this season for them, and I'm sure people in Vancouver aren't going to be happy that I'm saying that, you guys just give up your season, but it's the truth. If you think this team's going anywhere, I got a bridge in Brooklyn to sell you. And actually, the Islanders are currently burning their own bridges in Brooklyn right now, so it'll only be for sale for a minute. But again, we'll see what happens, and I hope for the sake of Vancouver that they're able to lock Gudbranson up to a long-term extension. He's I think been very popular among the fan base, and again, he's not exactly going to be mistaken for Erik Gudbranson anytime soon, but he's a different player that they needed on that blue line. So we'll see what happens. Keeps opponents honest, probably the best way to describe it. Anyway, that's all I got. So to the Power Play with CJ. Stay tuned for episodes throughout the season and beyond. Later, guys.